So here we are with Season 3, Episode 6, the season finale of She-Ra and the Princesses of Power. Last episode, the portal messed up all the time and space, and Mara appeared yet again to tell Adora that she has to go back to the very beginning, which meant that Adora was going to run to Bow and Glimmer, so I suppose she's going to Bright Moon, right? And Catra came out of the rupture with a new eye and arm. She's got herself an upgrade, so good job for her. And we're just gonna have to see when it's going to happen in this episode. If you guys like the video, like the video. If you dislike it, dislike it. I do have my full length up on Patreon and early access in the YouTube memberships. Other than that, let us get started. Bright Moon. Oh, look at her having a nice relationship with her mom. Oh, her dad is actually alive here. Very interesting. What is his name? I completely forgot. Hold on. Micah.
Welcome home, love.
Hey, yo, we love a short king.
Your Majesties! Your Majesties, we caught a girl sneaking into Bright
Okay, so it's Adora. Oh, she sees Adora.
Glimmer!
So, if Glimmer's having like a happy family life right now, right? Where is Bow then? Would Bow be back in like where his parents are? But then that's technically not his perfect dream, right? I don't know why I keep thinking that this is like supposed to be a perfect universe. I mean, I guess it's the way that they're portraying it. Oh, there's Bow. Oh, he's wearing glasses out here. And he's not oh, they're still friends.
Why do we need to figure out who she is?
Because
She knows my name.
I don't know. I know her somehow. So we're gonna
Getting a little bit of a deja vu.
meet her. Wanna stay behind? Just tell me. Didn't hear anything.
King Micah? You're here? Whoa, you look different than your mural.
This is a truth spell. You will be compelled to answer honestly.
Well, I was gonna say the truth anyways.
And why did you break into Bright Moon?
Wow, this is gonna be a lot to explain.
We don't have a lot of time, I don't think.
Reality is collapsing in because of the portal that Hordak and Catra set off. They're from the Horde. It got erased by the portal, but I promise it used to exist, and we were fighting them along with the Princess Alliance.
Hey, you're the one who put a truth spell on her, so...
Really great hair named She-Ra.
And-
Set up the portal, and I need Glimmer and Bow to help stop it and save Etheria.
Angella's just face palming the back.
My daughter and the Royal Apprentice Historian.
Royal Apprentice Historian. Okay.
I've never seen you before.
Well, I've never seen you before either.
Normally you're dead. Threatening the king?
No, I'm just saying the truth. He put me on a truth spell. Fuck you.
Guards, escort this young woman to our holding cell.
The nice one?
Spare room.
Wait! You have to believe me!
The way they drag her while she's kneeling. Wow, this is a nice room. Oh, uh-oh. It's coming.
Bo isn't a fighter. He's Bo.
Suddenly he...
This isn't right. I mean, everything is perfect.
Have you tried ripping your shirt off? Well, the part where your stomach is. Oh, she remembers seeing the mirror of her dad.
Raz told me to go back to the beginning, but I don't know what that means.
Yeah, where is the beginning, like, specifically?
Can you think of anyone who'd know how to make a...
Entrapta.
Of course.
Ah.
Glimmer, can you teleport us to
Oh my god, that's so far.
I parry and we'll just have to do this the best friends squad way.
Sneaking away from your mom.
Is that the prisoner?
I feel like we've never got her name. I feel like we've seen her around.
Mom, stop! Can't you see what's happening?
Oh. And now she sees the cracks in the reality.
Angie.
I thought you said edgy for a second there. Wow, they just fall right into drill? Oh, Entrapta's making her robot friends. Aw, of the people in the Horde. She made Hordak and Scorpia.
Get her back, Angie. And then everything will be perfect again.
things aren't perfect.
But it's not real. I remember now.
Was that a Dutch angle? Is what?
I miss you so much, but Glimmer needs my help, and I can't stay with nothing but memories.
Oh.
Goodbye, Micah.
Oh.
Angella, wait! I'm not...
Did he just remembered and he says, I'm not dead? Like, he's somewhere else? Ooh. Oh, shit.
I've never had non-robots visit me before. Usually it's just me and all my friends.
Non-robots.
Friends?
Oh, it's a little blush robot.
Tiny snacks.
Ooh. Oh, what? What? Oh. Garnish.
I know what I'm about to say.
She'll love it.
Crazy.
Is this about the unstable portal that's slowly consuming and warping our reality?
Now you're not.
Yes.
As long as it's still open, it's gonna keep destabilizing reality, making things disappear faster and faster until BAM! There's nothing left!
Okay. She's laughing.
Bad.
Relatable.
The only way to turn it off is from the
Inside. So yes.
Whoever shuts the portal down
Can't.
leave. They'll be trapped between realities, possibly forever. Oh, imagine the data they could collect.
So, whoever turns it off.
Uh-oh. Gotta put a little sacrifice.
No, this can't be happening already. We should have more time.
There's no more time. It all makes sense now.
It's your sword.
That portal is centered on you. It's following you.
Okay.
Need to remove the sword from the inside. It's powering the portal. As soon as it's gone, everything will be right again. It was nice being friends with you.
Oh. Why does Entrapta just disappear like that? What?
Stars?
Oh, this is... There shouldn't be stars, right?
Reality is unraveling faster now. I think we might be too late.
Or are you at the origin point?
Mara?
Oh, Mara. Oh, is this where the center would be?
You can't relax to save your life. You're terrible at acting.
You're stubborn and headstrong, and you're our best friend.
Oh?
Wait, no! You got this, Adora. We believe
Well, you gotta go. Did they do that last episode? They just vanished like that? Oh, here's Catra with her new upgrade. Oh no, she's got the horror background film on her. What? I don't even know what I just said. Voice effect.
Where are your friends?
They just vanished, didn't you see?
Let's be honest. All of this is your fault.
Okay, first of all, even if it is your fault, her fault somehow.
Your sword wouldn't have opened the portal.
Okay, you're the one who still pulled the trigger, so like, don't fucking go and say that it's her fault.
If you hadn't gotten the sword and been the world's worst She-Ra, none of this would have happened.
No, you're the one who still pulled the trigger, so.
Admit it, Adora. The world would still be standing if you had never come through that portal in the first place.
Okay, that wasn't even her fault. She was a baby when she went through that portal. What? He's like, this is like,
Everything from me.
was there really things to take away when you had nothing in the first place?
Your fault.
No, it's not!
Oh, there you go.
I didn't make you pull the switch. I didn't make you do anything.
Yeah, she's just,
Break the world. But I am gonna fix it.
all right.
You made
Make your choice.
I'll live with it.
2. Damn. Just knocked her out with one punch. My god. Oh my god. Catra just vaporized.
Adora! Hold on!
Oh, Angella.
I remember, Adora. I know this world isn't.
God, I'm having a bad feeling right now. I'm having a really bad feeling right now. Oh, the sword! Right at the eye of the storm and everything.
Place I came through as a baby.
I was thinking about that.
Fix everything. That'll turn it off and everyone will come back safe and sound.
And you'll come back safe too?
Oh yeah, definitely.
This is my destiny. No. This is not it. Do you want to know a secret?
Sure.
I am a coward.
Who would have thought?
Micah was the brave one.
Mm-hmm.
Then Glimmer. So much like her father. And once again I stayed behind, letting her make the hard choices. Letting her be brave for me.
Is that what she saw when Glimmer left?
And now I choose to be brave.
Oh, I mean, how is Adora gonna do this? How is she gonna get up here? Does she have the ability to fly?
Take care of each other.
Oh, the sword stays. Wow.
For the honor of Grayskull!
Oh, they're all back again. Very interesting. Huh. But where is Adora? Is she coming? Oh, here she is, coming out right out of that portal. Wow. That the first time, like, she glared at Glimmer like that? I mean, she was trying to fucking destroy the world. Alright, guys. Yeah. Yeah, we need to get out of here. Jesus Christ, everyone. Uh-oh, Glimmer's not gonna like this when she comes back and Angella's not here. Oopsie daisy, we pulled a whole different thing and Micah's out here now. I mean, who's gonna be the leader of Bright Moon, right? If Angella's gone. That's what I was questioning in, like, the first season, the finale of first season.
I'm probably going to be grounded for the rest of my life, but
Nope.
reality is back to normal.
Nope. Well, time to share the bad news.
Guess I should go find my mom.
Oh, gotta...
With a thingy that she'll forget about grounding me.
So, you're an orphan now. Congratulations.
Angella. She stayed behind. She saved us.
Oh, that Horde Prime? He caught something. It was open enough, I think.
So that's where you've been, little brother.
Jesus Christ, it shattered that moon. I think. Or is that the... I don't know, but Horde Prime has figured out. Well, see, when he was touching that, I assumed that was, like, the signal? Or originally, I was thinking, like, was that, because he's just thinking about Entrapta? Who knows, who knows? Well, I mean, Angella's not dead, right? So, like, there's a difference between being dead and, like, you know, being stuck in between reality and all that, you know? Fuck. I'm over here thinking that Angella was gonna fucking die or something, do a little sacrifice in season 1. I kind of expected Angella was going to do some sort of sacrifice in season 1 finale, but then I'm just like, no, that can't be. It's a little too early for that. I guess here in season 3, it's a perfect spot, so. No! Alright, I'm gonna go write notes and we will be right back to the center. Alright, so that was episode 6 of season 3 of She-Ra and the Princesses of Power. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. You know that I always like talking to you guys. For me, I thought that this was a pretty good finale. I will say the first half is a bit of fluff, but it was nice to see Micah, you know, our short king out here. Other than being able to see Micah for, you know, his adult self, because we've seen, like, small Micah, I don't know why I saw young Micah and all that, so it was nice to see an adult Micah and to see how he was, even if just for a little bit. And also, it was very nice, but also sad to see how happy Angella would be if she was able to raise Glimmer with Micah alongside her. But towards the end with Micah and also with Adora, when she came in to talk about how like Micah is dead, and so Angella tells him that, you know, this is all but a memory. It's perfect, but it's a memory. My daughter needs me. She's the real one. You're just a memory. So I'm gonna get out of here, you know? Gave him a peck on the cheek. Micah is a little stunned by this, but then he starts to think, right? He starts to think and he comes to realize, oh, she thinks that I'm dead. And so he yells, wait, Angella, I'm not, before he gets cut out. So like, is that him potentially saying that he's still alive somewhere, somehow, before, you know, he got cut off by everything? So there's that possibility, you know, in terms of rules of shows and all that. If you don't actually show them dying, then they're not dead. So next person I wanted to mention is Entrapta, who is out here building bots. You know, she's only making friends with bots currently. And as she says, right, if they break, she can just build another one. Interestingly, when we first see her in this, we see Hordak and Scorpia, right? Even if she doesn't remember them, she ended up building one that looks like them. But she doesn't have one for Catra, I believe. I don't think we saw a Catra-ish bot. Yeah, I think these are all just rather normal-ish bots, or they're like these, the clone bots. I think the only unique one that we saw, other than this blushy bot, which is very cute. But yeah, I think it was just that Scorpia and Entrapta bot, so perhaps in her memory, she's thinking that Scorpia and Hordak is her friend. While Catra, well, I mean, she fucking shot her in the back, so like, friendship no more. The nice thing about Entrapta is that she figured out that the portal is destabilizing everything, even before she remembered her actual memories. She's just been chilling here, thinking about like, oh yeah, you know, this is the unstable portal, slowly consuming and warping our reality. I know about all of that. She's been constantly doing research, so of course she knows about this, and she is talking about how as long as it's still open, it's gonna keep destabilizing reality until there's nothing left. To which I'm over here thinking, like, when she says reality, does she specifically mean like this world only? Or are they saying the reality of like everything? Like we have just completely destroyed everything because of this portal, but like that portal is currently only enwrapping Etheria. I don't know. Look, I have all these other questions. Like okay. So I was thinking about the world and how it's like functioning right now, because if Mara took the world out, right, that means that this planet is already destabilized for the most part, but like it's also been 1,000 years, so maybe it stabilized itself and all that mumbo jumbo. But like when Mara took it out, they lost all the stars, but then like that means that they've also lost the moon that they had, and also, you know, the sun and all that. But there are moons and a sun in this world as well, but there's like 11 moons, and I'm just over like, does that affect the gravity of this planet in any way? That's what I'm thinking about, but like these are questions that are very much more rhetorical, and like I'm not really looking for an answer for the most part. So when it comes to the portal, Entrapta says that the portal is following Adora, and that's why Adora, with her thinking that, oh, I thought we have so much more time, you know, it's coming so fast, so it's because Adora is here. Entrapta says that the person needs to get in there and pull out the sword, but if they do that, they will be trapped between realities, possibly forever. And before Entrapta's just like, just think about all the data they could collect. I feel like if Entrapta somehow got herself in there, she'd probably figure out how to get out of it. Potentially, you know, who knows? But this adds the risk factor of somebody not being able to go out anymore, and everybody's just kind of like, all right, Adora, you know? And also Adora is just like, all right, I gotta do it. I can't sacrifice anybody else, so I gotta do it myself. Obviously, they can't have Adora be trapped between realities, possibly forever. As interesting as that would sound. I wonder if we will get to see Angella trapped in between realities, you know? I do think about, like, if they're trapped between realities, are they able to witness what is happening within those realities? Does that mean that Angella, again, is able to witness everything that's going to happen from now on? But like also in multiple realities. By the way, that whole fight between Catra and Adora, I was just thinking about Everything Everywhere All at Once. When they were like fighting, but they keep changing sceneries. And now we're talking about like trapped in between realities and all that. You know, I'm just over like, oh, it's Jobu. By the way, that's my favorite movie, so like I enjoy it. So like I enjoy this whole reality stuff. It's very fun. We do have the whole Angela sacrificing herself in order to pull out the sword. She's having like her finale speech and all that, you know?
I was a coward. Micah was the brave one. My daughter took after Micah, and like all I could ever do was just sit on my throne behind everything instead of going out on the front line, unlike Micah.
So it's just her confessing her insecurities and her weakness and everything, but then also like, you've inspired me, you've inspired all of us, and now it's my time to be brave. And so she flies up there. Again, I'm also thinking, how was Adora going to get up there? Because like Angela would have had to help her take her up there in the first place, right? Unless Adora was gonna do some fucking platforming. She's gonna start double jumping onto those rocks or something. But hey, you know, good thing Angela's here. She's got wings. She can just fly up there and take the sword. But she is only trapped within realities. She is not dead. So there's that. If we don't see her dying, then she's not dead. So Glimmer is not specifically an orphan, but right now she is technically an orphan, but it seems like her parents are still alive. They're just somewhere out there missing. So maybe we'll get a big happy family reunion towards the end of all of this, huh? Here we are with Catra, who's got her new items and all that, but then it vanishes afterwards because we're back to like our reality before she had it. But then I also remember that she looks something like that. Again, this is like a spoiler image that I saw. So I assume she's gonna sort of get something like an eye patch or something afterwards. Don't fucking say anything about that. So like, thank you. This is just me spoiling myself. No need for you to spoil it for me. Catra, stop. We have to. It's always the same with you, Adora. I have to do this. We have to do that. Let's be honest. This is all your fault. If you hadn't gotten captured, your sword wouldn't have opened a portal. What a fucking blame right there, dude. If you hadn't gotten the sword and been the world's worst She-Ra, none of this would have happened. Admit it, Adora, the world would still be standing if you hadn't come through that portal in the first place. God, dude, blaming baby Adora. You made me this. Look at what you've done to me. Alright, this is the result of your action. Here, as she fights Adora, she talks about how everything is Adora's fault. This is the mantra that she's been going on for since, like, I suppose since Adora left her, right? And she has to fend for herself. And she talks about how, like, if you hadn't come through that portal, none of this would have happened. Which is just like, holy shit, dude. Talk about blaming a fucking baby? Like, how is she supposed to fucking know? She's a goddamn baby. Like, damn, dude. Like when you gotta go all the way down to her babyhood, like, to blame her on that shit? Like, damn, Catra, fucking chill. But she continues to say, like, if you hadn't taken that sword and become the world's worst She-Ra, none of this would have happened. And throughout this whole thing, I'm just over here like, okay, like, even if she is the world's worst She-Ra, and somehow it's her fault for going through that portal and coming into Etheria, here's my thing. If Adora never came through that portal, and if Adora never took that sword and went over to the Bright Moon Rebellion, you, Catra, would never be in your position where you are at a higher power. Even if you've gone through all that hurt, you are at a higher position than you could ever be. Would there have been a chance that if Adora wasn't here, Catra, would you have been able to survive through all of this? Actually, I feel like, even though I said that, I do think that it goes all the way back to like season 1, episode 11, right? Where Adora does feel like she has that bit of hero complex and she wants to be the person who does the saving and whatnot. And Catra knows that Adora is her shield, so she's willing to hide behind Adora. But because she's hiding behind Adora, she harbors a bit of envy or jealousy, right? A little bit of anger towards her, because if Adora isn't here, then I'm gonna have to fend for myself. This makes Catra reliant on Adora because she sees Adora as her shield. And, you know, maybe she was fine with that. Who knows? But again, I do think that she still harbors that jealousy, and like, even if Adora wasn't going to go to Bright Moon or something, I felt like Catra probably would have ended up doing something to pull the wool over Adora's eyes and whatnot. But as we learn, right, throughout all these 3 seasons, and as Catra learned, she is capable on her own. This is just a long way to say I'm taking back my words, that maybe even if Adora wasn't here, Catra probably would have been fine. She wouldn't be the same person she is now, even if she sees it as a bad thing, but if Adora wasn't here, she wouldn't be the same person. Maybe the Horde probably would have won. Taken over this planet, open up a portal, get Horde Prime over. This is just Catra blaming everything that isn't her. It's all Adora's fault. Potentially, that love, even if it was muddled, maybe a little tainted, that she had for Adora, all of it has now turned into hate, and so here she is, right? It's gotten to this point where she's willing to destroy the world. Just so she doesn't have to live with this. And also, oh yeah, we have this part where Catra says, you took everything from me? And I said during the reaction, can she really take everything from you when you had nothing in the first place? It's the same thing about like her and Shadow Weaver. But hey, again, Shadow Weaver does have like some sort of tiny bit of compassion for the people that she takes advantages of. You know, the way that she did it to Micah, and the way that she offered the choice to Catra before Catra decided to fight, and then Shadow Weaver's just like, alright, fuck you, I'm gonna choke you out now. After getting verbally slapped, and also physically slapped, I suppose, by Catra, Adora's had enough. So she fights back, right? She says, no, it's not. I didn't make you pull the switch, which is understandable, right? Even if somehow Adora's action led all of this up, you're the one who still pulled the trigger in the end. I didn't make you do anything, right? You're the one who did all of this by yourself. I didn't break the world. Well, she said that before. She says, but I'm gonna fix it. But when she says, I didn't break the world, I thought she was gonna say you did. But I'm glad that she didn't say that, because like, you know, even though it is the truth, like, let's not. Even though she kind of said that in the next one after this, right? Where she says, and you made your choice. I was just like, damn. And after she punches her right in the face, she says, now live with it. Yeah. This is before she punches Catra. And I like that, you know, because Catra has been wanting to destroy this world, to just end it all. But Adora says, nah, bro, we're both suffering, all right? We're all suffering out here, but we're all still fucking taking steps forward and walking through this fucking suffering. So, like, don't you go and take the fucking easy way out. Live with it. Live with your fucking consequences, alright? The consequences of your actions. And so, towards the end of all of this, Catra tells Hordak, you know, let's get the hell out of here. This is Hordak's lab, which is also, like, in the fright zone. So, like, where are they going? What's happening? Well, actually, no. Shadow Weaver teleported everybody out. I don't know. I guess the fright zone would still be fine. It's just the labs that's breaking apart, right? Interestingly, we had this moment. Adora looks back at Catra once again, right? And Catra looks back as well, and she has a frown. And I was looking back on season 1 again, episode 13, when they both look at each other after like the battle finish. She had like a furrowed brow when she looked at Adora, and Adora looked back at her with a tint of sadness, because that's her friend. My friend is fighting for the enemy, and that sucks. Like, I don't want to fight my friend. But here, this is a very different look. It is a glaring, determined look that says, I'm gonna stop you. You know, on this shit that you're doing, I want to stop you from doing this, you know? And also, your actions have consequences. This whole time, Adora wanted something better for Catra, right? She hopes that Catra would at least come to her senses, you know, maybe come to the Bright Moon. But here, with Catra pulling the switch, Adora has now realized, oh no, it's too late for Catra. You are now my enemy, right? That determined glare that says, we are not friends anymore. We are enemies. Like the way she just brunches it even more, and the fact that Catra feels a little intimidated by that. She was glaring before, but now like her ears are down, and she's just like, oh shit, you know, backs down before she goes back to like her frown, like, She broke her mask for just a little bit because she was so shooketh by Adora's glare. They're both very different look from season 1, and that changes a lot. Maybe a lot. I don't know if a lot. Maybe we'll have to see in season 4. But this changes the relationship between Adora and Catra. So it does feel like maybe the hostility between these two are gonna be a little bit more rampant, or it's gonna ramp up a little bit. I would like to know what Adora now thinks of Catra. I mean, I have an idea, I said it, but like, I would like to hear it from her words or from her action when she sees Catra again in season 4, so that will be very interesting. We see what I assume is Horde Prime. He saw the signal, because that's what Hordak wanted. He wanted to open the portal enough to have a signal come out for Horde Prime, because he knows that Horde Prime is gonna come and get him. Which I thought was like, maybe he won't come and get him, but it seems like this man is just like, oh, this is where you've been, little brother. I don't know why, when he says little brother, I'm over here thinking about Okay, I've been watching a little bit too much gameplay of Metal Gear Solid, and so when he said that, when I saw the subtitles said little brother, I was just thinking of Liquid Snake. I don't know why. Horde Prime now knows where Hordak is, and so I would presume he is going to make his way over to Etheria now, so we have an additional threat, but also, again, we see fucking Horde Prime's fleet and everything, you know, he's got like a mega battleship, and like, it looks like he just blew up a moon, but then I'm just like, this also looks like a moon to me? I don't know, dude. I don't know anything about space. Really shows like a very intimidating, I was gonna say message. I suppose it's a message, alright, you know, to tell the viewer, yeah, this man is not here to fuck around. It'll be interesting to see the interaction between Horde Prime and Hordak, because Hordak is the same as like almost everybody else here in this freaking cast. He just wants acknowledgement. I do still assume that maybe Hordak will, towards the end of all of this, come to realize that, you know, maybe I don't have to follow Horde Prime. You know, maybe I can be myself. I was thinking about how Hordak can just, you know, pull a Thanos or something. Just start a little farm. But, you know, if he enjoys being a lab partner with Entrapta, you know, he can continue working with Entrapta. They're both friends out here. You know, so I think that would be nice. But also, I'm thinking about what Hordak is going to do now that Entrapta is, like, being sent to Beast Island and all that, because she's not here to help him with his exoskeleton. And so he's gonna have a little bit more trouble moving around, possibly, because, like, if that his suit is starting to malfunction and everything. Also, I would presume that Horde Prime has a bit of a temper, if you're wondering why, because just seeing the way that Hordak is. You know, if Hordak is a clone of Horde Prime, and if he learns from Horde Prime, right, and he gets this angry. This was a nice season finale, as I said. I really enjoyed it. A lot of questions still, a lot of things that I'm very interested to go into season 4 and everything. So like when I started this whole She-Ra series, this is basically just me experimenting on whether I can actually do a show with like more than 2 seasons. And so far, I really enjoy it. Even if season 2 and season 3 have been like rather short, I really enjoy it. And one of my biggest problem that I have when it comes to multi-seasons is, well, I have a bit of a short attention span, honestly. If I forget about something, I'm gonna forget about it. But one of the biggest reason why I don't go past season 2s in shows and stuff, primarily it's because I don't care enough about the characters. And if I don't care enough about the characters, I don't want to invest my time more into them, right? I'll watch the first season, I might enjoy it, and then I'll watch the second season. Also, this is primarily anime that I'm talking about because I mainly only consume anime. So like after season 2, and like I feel like I don't really care, I'm not really all that attached to the characters, I'm not gonna continue on. It goes on a lot with like shonen anime where like I'll like it first season-ish, but then I don't really care much about it afterwards. A prime example would be My Hero Academia. Like, I really like season 2, but past season 2, season 3, season 4 and stuff, I don't care. Like, I barely care enough about all these fucking character casts that they have. So far, for She-Ra, I love the entire character cast. There is not one I hate. I believe so. And even if I didn't like them, I probably hold a very neutral standpoint on them. That's the primary reason. And also, like, I do enjoy the storyline, but, like, all of the character progress and everything, it's so good. Like, again, I said I'm very interested to see the relationship between Adora and Catra now in season 4 and how that's going to be. So everything is very, very interesting. And then we still have that whole question about like, who's going to take over the Bright Moon Rebellion now? I guess it's Glimmer. She's gonna be a queen now, or at least a temporary until Angella comes back from in between realities and all that. God, I made that fucking reference in episode 13 of season 1 where I was thinking about the season finale of Avatar, The Last Airbender. Hey yo, Angella, it's kind of like a moon princess. Except she's in between realities. Again, if she's in between realities, can she see into these realities? Because if she is technically watching over Glimmer. So good for her, you know? It's like Yue in the moon. Anyways, great episode. It went from good to nice to great now. No, it was a good episode. If I have anything else, I will write it in the description down below. But with the new YouTube layout, it's probably not gonna be down below anymore. It's probably gonna be like on this side or something. Anyways, thank you guys for sticking around. And if I already messed up this outro, so just end it. just end me right now.